We are here from 1970, 40 odd years. My father wanted a quiet place to retire, so Whitefield suited his taste the best. Part of the rural atmosphere, at the same time proximity to the town. This house stands in the middle of almost a trapezium. We know it existed in 1882. How far before that it was built, we don't know. Entrance is in the front, so actually it can be two different units. And we have entrances from the bathroom. As you know, old-fashioned India, they used to have night soil removers. So they used to have a separate entrance to the bathrooms from the sides. Used to be the stables. Apart from the main hall, there are 3 rooms on either side of the hall. 3 rooms on each wing with 2 attached bathrooms. It is very difficult to maintain old houses with this white ant problem. You can see everywhere it's being eaten up. You have to be very vigilant. It's one of the original structures which is still standing, which existed from the time when Whitefield was created. The owner of Whitefield Inn, as it was called those days, was a businessman who had his finger in so many different pies. If you can see the original records, James Hamilton had interests in at least 10-12 properties in the Whitefield area, and all business oriented properties. Waverley Inn was one of them. And one of the interesting parts, we don't have any documented evidence. Winston Churchill was supposed to be a frequent visitor to the inn during his days in Bangalore as a reporter during the First World War, I think. Rumor has it that he had a glad eye on the daughter of Mr. Hamilton. In fact, there used to be a place outside the outer circle called the Rocks. It used to be a large stone rock where till the time that when we moved in here, it used to be what you call the Lover's Lane of Whitefield. On those rocks, I had seen a heart structure with an arrow through it with the initials WSC, which stands for Winston Spencer Churchill. Unfortunately, that evidence is no longer there because some people blasted these rocks and now a villa has come up there. Nobody colored could stay overnight in Whitefield. So obviously the occupants of the inn also had to leave. In fact, even the people who did the cleaning of the bathrooms and all that couldn't stay here. They had to leave in the evenings and come back in the morning. So it was a pure white community. Racism is not acceptable anywhere. But those days, whites had the dominating force in India. After independence, the village opened up. So it must be 1947, 48. During the time when it was an inn, people used to come from the city because there were lakes surrounding the area. People used to go boating and fishing. Hunting used to be quite an important sport for quail. This is a letter written by a couple of 3 ladies who visited Whitefield in 1950. I don't know whether the letter was written in 1950 or it's a copy of the letter which was made in the Gazette in 1950. They are thanking the people who took them to Whitefield and gave them the rest, relaxation and recuperation that they received here. Talk about the piano solos, the hula dances, the romantic songs sung with excitement and expression. Whitefield till recently was a rural, you could call it really a pensioner's paradise. You come to Whitefield to retire. If you wanted to find work, you had to go to Bangalore. So the youngsters had to move out. Subsequently, over the years, all the youngsters either migrated to England, to Australia, or Canada, and gradually the Anglican community died down. Then the industries started coming to Whitefield. Then the big change came with the IT park that came here. And all the IT companies started mushrooming in Whitefield, the export promotion zone. Then life changed completely in Whitefield. People started moving in because of these companies, and everything, prices started going up, land prices rocketed up, population boomed. There was a time when everybody knew everybody in Whitefield. I take a walk from my house to the main road, everyone I knew. I was wish everybody hello, hello, hello on the way. Sometimes your arm used to ache, but to reach the main road. But now you don't know anyone. Those days everybody knew what was happening in everybody's house. Who was having a fight with who was. All intimate details were known. But nowadays we don't even know what our neighbor is doing. We don't know whether our neighbor is there or he's gone out of station or what. We don't know anything that's happening. Whitefield was a large family at one time. Like, they were so close together. Now it has become part of the city. We don't know who your neighbor is. That is the price we pay for progress and development. And people don't like to see such large properties in one person's hand. I don't think there's any other building in Whitefield which is intact. It's belonging to the old era. So they keep pestering us. Let's do joint development. You also benefit, we also will benefit. Why do you want to keep it like this? It is our history. If you are not aware of your history, you are not a human being. You have to know your roots, where you came from, how the community developed. If you don't preserve something of that, then you are losing your history. What is man without history?